Hello everyone, my name is Kumar, speaking to you today on behalf of Evidyaloka. This is a 15 minutes tutorial on how to download Loom video recording software and how do you actually record your video and your screen for the purposes of reaching your students. My first question to you, are you like me technologically challenged? If yes, you're watching the right video. Just to give you an example of how challenged I am, a few years ago, I got a letter from HR department, a confidential one, which I needed a copy. I went out myself and was struggling to take a copy of that. Watching me struggle, the secretary came running and said, "Sir, can I help you?" I handed over the letter to her. She gave me a copy. And then, in a very polite and a hushed tone, she told me, "Sir, the one you were trying was a shredder." Now you know how challenged I am. So now let's get on to why Loom, why not something else? It's very simple. For a technologically challenged person like me, I need a very simple software, easy to use. Yes, it is. Some of you must have watched my algebra videos on the loom.com cloud space. I promise you, very easy to make. Maybe the first video, you might have to do a bit of a trial and error in terms of whether your video works, your audio works, your screen works. Maybe don't do the entire 15 minutes video at a time. Just do 1 or 2 minutes video practice, do the rehearsal. Everything works 2, 3, or 4 times to get to the perfection stage. So once you spend those first few 1-minute sessions, 4 or 5 1-minute session, then you know everything works well. Then you do your 15 minutes video session. That will be more efficient usage of your time. Loom uses cloud space. Don't get bothered by the usage of word cloud. This is a jargon which we use for using a web space rather than your own disk space on your laptop, which means what I'm saying is when you complete the Loom recording, the actual recorded MP4 file gets stored in loom.com web space. That's what we mean by cloud space. So it doesn't take your disk space on your laptop. Why is it so important? Because these videos, the MP4 files, occupy a lot of space. For example, a 15-minute video could occupy something like 250 to 500 MB of space, megabytes of space. That's large. And that Loom is giving you. And of course, if you want to download some of the videos into your desktop, you can. But by default, the video gets stored in the loom.com web space. Last but not the least, very easy to share because the file is already in a public cloud space. All you need to do is to share the link with the Evidyaloka team for them to take the onward what they need to do. Now let's go and now actually see how you're going to download your Loom desktop application. Type Loom desktop application on your Google browser and press enter. So the first result is the most relevant result for you. As you could see, it's in loom.com. It says free screen and video recording software Loom. Go further down below, it says install the Loom desktop application is what you need to click to download the required software. But before we do it, just a word of caution for you. Loom comes in 2 versions. One is a desktop application, which is what we are going to do now. And the other version is what we call a Chrome extension version. What is this Chrome extension version? Right now, as you see, my screen is in a Chrome web browser. So this is the Chrome web browser, and the space from here, this is the extension of that browser. You could see that I have a Google Hangout in the extension portion already embedded. I have a Google Input Tools application already embedded in the extension. Similarly, you can also embed the Loom extension application into this Chrome extension space, but that's not what we are going to do today. We are going to stick to the Loom desktop application. It's important because we are trying to keep it simple here, right? So let's go and install the Loom desktop application. As you would see, it's going into the loom.com website. You have two options. One is download for Mac and the other is download for PC. Depending on what laptop you have, choose the right option. If you have an Apple PC, then you go for the download for a Mac. Any other laptop or desktop which uses Windows, you go for download for PC. Right? I'm not going to download and waste your time because it takes a few minutes to download the Loom software. And then once you download, you also need to log in. Remember, you need to log in. Why is it important to log in? Because that's where your videos are going to be stored. So for you to retrieve, you need to have a login ID and a password. Typically, you can use your email ID as your login and a password of your choice. Alternatively, you can also log in with a Google or a Facebook, Google account as well. Now, I'm going into the search space and typing Loom. You can see I already have Loom application in my laptop. This is the Loom logo in maroon color. I'm clicking this Loom application. So right now we are going into the Loom application. As you would see, I brought the Evidyaloka.org in the background, that website in the background. And you can also see once the Loom, that square piece there, when it got uploaded, you also see that circular left corner, my video image is also appearing. So Loom is the one which brought this image. Now, this simple square is the Loom software for you. Within this square, you can do everything you want to get your recording done. Screen plus camera is the option currently we have. You can also see two other options are there. Screen only option, cam only option. So right now we are in screen plus cam. What does that mean? That means you can record your video image through the camera and you can record your screen. And then screen only image, when you go, you saw the video disappeared. That means if you're using this option, you are only reaching to your students with the screen. Your image won't be available. I wouldn't recommend this considering the audience we have in terms of middle school students being taught in vernacular language. It's important to have a connect with them, and hence a camera option is desirable. So then we go to the camera only option. When I click there, again you would see that left corner, you have that circular shape emerging with my video image on it. If you're wondering how this is also of the same size as the screen plus camera, don't worry about the size. Size will automatically, we can adjust the size. Like if I take the browser next to that, you could see there are three shapes available. Currently we are in the small circle. If I click the medium, the bigger circle, then automatically the image grows bigger. Then in the full screen image, if I click this, then my image will come full screen. I don't like this full screen image at all, because I believe we are making a movie, and in this movie, I am at best a story writer or a screenplay writer. The director of my movie and the producer of my movie is Evidyaloka.org. And the protagonist of this movie, the Amitabh Bachchan or the Shah Rukh Khan or the Hrithik Roshan for my movie is my screen. That's my content. That's what I'm going to reach my students with. So I'm going to shrink my image into a smaller image. So that means I'm sticking to screen plus camera. Now you see below that there are 4 boxes. 2 boxes are for camera and 2 boxes are for microphone. So the camera box, if my camera image is not coming here, then I need to fiddle around with it. In case you're not getting this image here, then you need to go and click this down arrow, to see what are the cameras available, and you pick the right camera so that your image can appear into this screen. This screen, that's important. In my case, the image is already appearing and I'm happy with that. So I'm not going to fiddle around with this. So I don't touch this button. Now I go to the microphone, right? So I have two options here. One is the microphone Realtek and one is the headset Galaxy Buds. Actually, as you see now, I'm using a Galaxy Bud on both my ears. So I'm going to use the Galaxy Buds option so that my voice is getting recorded through this microphone. So now I'm going to press the start recording button. But before that, one just point for you. You can actually move this image to any part of the screen, to the right corner, to the left corner, to the any part of the right bottom, top bottom. So how do you need to do it? You just need to press that and take it up. It will slowly, gradually move up. And similarly, anywhere you can move it, because we don't want that image to be encroaching on your presentation. Suppose if you are making a presentation and this image is encroaching that, at that point in time, you could move that image anywhere you want. As you are during the presentation, you can do that. That flexibility is available. So now I'm going to press the start recording button. Now your Loom is going to start recording. So if you're wondering if Loom is not recording now, how am I reaching you at this stage? I'm using a different software for running this tutorial, because if I have used Loom for this tutorial, then I will not be able to efficiently tell you how Loom works, because sitting inside Loom, it's technically inconvenient to talk about Loom. That's why I chose PowerPoint screen recording for running this tutorial. But now I'm going to use the Loom. So the moment I press start recording button, that's when your time starts. Remember, when you do this, you need to be sure that you have all the material ready on the screen to start the presentation. And then after a minute, we will stop the presentation. Then we see what happens. So that 1 minute is the one which we have done through Loom. That's what you will be doing for your entire 15 or 20 minutes presentation. Remember that. So I'm pressing this start recording. It says starting recording. And then it just says 3, 2, 1. You're live now on Loom. You can see that there's a red color button here. And when I take the cursor there are 3 more screens, 3 more icons coming here. This icon is to pause the video. Suddenly you get a phone call from the Amazon guys that whatever you ordered online has come. The guy is waiting down. You need to go down. So you just pause the video and go down, come back and resume. This don't use it. This looks like a delete button. This one is your pen. Click there. You will see that you can annotate your presentation as you go along. You can use this pen with any of these colors and then use that to annotate the presentation essentially. So see, you can use it, any ink you can use any with, and then go back. During the presentation, anytime you can use this. So now we have done about a minute of presentation. So I'm going to go here and press this red color button. That means you're stopping the presentation. Why am I stopping in 1 minute? This is just to demonstrate to you how it works. You will be stopping this only when you complete your presentation. Is that clear? Thank you. So now when I press this, see what happens. The video is being created and it is being created in loom.com, not on your laptop, not on your hard disk. As you would see, now it has created a 1 minute presentation. You can see there's a 1 minute presentation created, and that is happening. That's actually happened on this. Now you could see clearly Loom is for free. There's no cost attached. There are some versions available which are where you need to pay, but this one you don't need to pay. The basic version you don't need to pay. There's also a sign-in option. You need to sign in to get your video. That's very, very important, as I said in the beginning. So I've already signed in the Google Chrome browser. So I'm going there. As you would see, this is the loom.com, my videos. You can see my picture here. I've already signed using my Gmail ID as my login ID. You can see these are all my videos. You can see all those algebra videos. Some of you must have seen these videos. And the video which just now came in is the video relating to the one which we just 2 minutes ago we prepared. That 1 minute video is this. So if you click here, what happens? you can do a lot of things with this video. What all you can do? You can copy the link, send it to the Evidyaloka team. You can invite people to look at it. You can add a password as an additional layer of protection if you want. Also, you can make it public by clicking this and going and clicking here. You can make this public. That means when you make it public, anybody can view this who actually need to have the link to go and reach there. And remember, when you make it public, and if it's happened to be a popular video, then when somebody is Google searching, for example, in this case, if they are Google searching, how to record through Loom, and they also use the word Evidyaloka. So we have used both the keywords here, right? So this video will throw up as a result there. And if you click there, it will go into this video. So be careful in what you do here. And you can also do some editing, not too much editing. Some editing you can do. For example, if you see here, you can actually trim the video. How do you trim it? Just go here, trim. So it has gone into the video. And then suppose this 44 seconds video is this. You go here and then say start trimming. Then from here up to here you want to delete because your voice was cracking or that was not required. You just say remove, it will remove it. Or if you want to adjust it a bit, you can do like this. Then that portion, that is 25 seconds to 44 seconds, I'm sorry, 23 seconds to 25 seconds. So it depends on where it is, right? When you click here, now it's 23, now it has become 28. Can you see that? So that's where it is, 34. The end point is 34. The beginning point is, if you can come closer here, the beginning point has become 20. So that's how you note the video, jot down the minute timeline when you want to delete or trim, and then you can remove it. But right now we are not doing anything, we are canceling this. So we are done with this right now. So I'm going to, so as I said again, very simple to use. First few videos, do a bit of trial and error with a 1 minute or a 2 minute video. Don't do the entire 15 minutes because that can lead into frustration. So just do a 1 minute, 2 minute video, 3-4 times. Make sure your video, your audio, your sync, your screen, everything is all right. And then you can do. In the event you run into some problems, you need some more clarifications, you are coming to something which my video has not covered, you have my email ID, you have my WhatsApp number, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help. So bye-bye for today. Good luck with your presentation. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. Bye-bye.